want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below.
We have breaking news tonight of a plane crash in Little Rock, Arkansas. Just minutes ago, we learned the people on board were actually headed here to Northeast Ohio to help clean up the Oakwood Village explosion from Monday. All 5 people on board worked for an environmental consulting firm.
The plane took off from the Clinton National Airport around noon and was headed for John Glenn Columbus International Airport. Right now, we are digging into this story. We'll have much more on air and online as soon as we learn it.
Reported by the Federal Aviation Administration, the twin-engine Beech BE-20 went down at around 12 p.m. local time while traveling to John Glenn Columbus International Airport in Ohio. The FAA confirmed that there were 5 people on board. Lieutenant Cody Burke of the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office also stated that no one survived. The pilot and 4 other passengers were on board were identified as employees of CTEH, an environmental consulting firm headquartered in North Little Rock. According to AP News, an explosion at an Ohio metal plant this week killed 1 worker and sent more than a dozen to the hospital. A company spokesperson stated that the workers were responding to the incident. The collision happened as a line of thunderstorms passed through the Little Rock region, according to the National Weather Service, with wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour. If weather played a role, Burke stated that would be up to investigators to decide. Residents in the area have also claimed to have seen a raging fire from the crash. You know, um, now, of course, one could just assume and just put this directly to the winds, right? The storm that was already there, like some people stated on Twitter, was like, oh well, it's nothing conspiracy about it. You can look at the map and you can clearly see that there was just a bad storm. It just so happens that that's what happened, right? Now, usually, right, when it comes to planes, when it comes to pilots, they're made aware of a lot of these things. Even from the times that I've been on planes, the pilots have told us like, "Hey, we're going to stay on the landing strip for a minute because we hear that the winds are a little bit high, so we're just going to give it a little bit of time, and then we're going to move. Or depending on what's going on, we might have to just unboard, right?" And usually we're made aware of these things, and I'm assuming that they were in a smaller plane leaving the airport and going to where it is that they needed to go. And supernaturally, as soon as the plane was leaving, that's when the plane ended up going down by these winds. And these are the same people who were supposed to go to Ohio in order to check out what was happening. Like they were basically working on, the chemicals and working on trying to, figure out, how serious the situation is, right? How much it has affected the area. And then magically, all of these people are gone. So all of the information, all of the knowledge, all of that is pretty much gone. Now, I'm assuming that more than likely they of course have backups, like emails, thumb drives, hard drives. They might have put some stuff on the cloud, but who really has the passwords to all of those things? Right? Who specifically can go into each one of their emails or each one of their locked hard drives or whatever it is and get the information that is needed in order to continue to work? So for me, I feel as though that if they get a whole nother group, they're either going to be working from ground zero and handed some information, or they may be able to work off of the little bit of studying that the previous scientists have and try to go off of that and then build their own work off of that on top of what it is that they are studying and the numbers that they are able to find and all of that stuff. Again, my main thing is due to the fact of how we've had a lot of incidences and a lot of coincidences that seemingly are happening time and time and time and time again. I can't look at this as just like, a random thing. Like it's too much stuff going on for this in a sense to be a random type of thing. And the other thing, like I've told people before continuously for years, is that the moment in time that they put something out there of technically this is of importance, right? But the moment in time that something is continuously being pushed or put directly out there, something else that they're supposed to be reporting on is not being reported on. And they're trying to make sure that you're not looking in that direction. Like I said, there's a lot of stories that are going on that a lot of people are not even paying attention to due to the fact that again it's a lot of stories. Some people really aren't on social media like that. Some people really aren't paying attention to the news, newspapers, blogs, um, looking or watching normal broadcasted news or even just listening to it, right? A lot of people aren't even in a sense doing that. And like I said, that that's another way for them to in a sense make sure that information is not getting out, right? By making the news and making everything so dreary and sad and all these other types of things. It tunes people off. It makes them not want to pay attention to the news. So even if they are putting the truth directly out there, who's going to hear it? Who's going to listen to it? Who's going to report it? Because ain't nobody watching it. Ain't nobody tuning in because of the way that everything is making them feel. As I've stated to people before, a lot of these things are done specifically on purpose for a purpose, and we are clear cut seeing that purpose. Again, you are watching masters at work. You are watching individuals who are deliberately sabotaging a lot of things in order to have some type of control or to start a type of control. And like I said, I've gone over this a multitude of times. I might have maybe made some shorts about it or put it directly on other platforms, or I might have spoke about it specifically in videos previously, or in the present, and also as well as live streams as well. So again, I'm hoping that people are actually paying attention. Like I said, a lot of these videos are not going to really get views, because of YouTube or whatever else is going on directly out there. Um, so the only thing that I can do is, in a sense, hope that the people out there that need to hear the information and get the information will. Um, as stated before, I've done live streams and a variety of things talking about ways that people can, prepare for a lot of things. I've, given out some information in hopes that the people, again, who need to hear it will hear it and will take that information and will walk with it and do the things that are needed so that they have some type of preparation for a what if scenario, if anything is to take place. Again, for all of the people that are within these states, I'm sorry that you guys got to deal with this. It's a tough thing, and you don't have a lot of government officials or anything like that that actually seem to care about the people. They're pretty much just running a good game and hoping that, people either buy the game or they just won't pay attention, ignore it, and they'll just carry on with what a normal life is supposed to be.